Hi YouTube, this is TQB. I'm back with another tutorial. This was supposed to be my homemade flaxseed gel, but turned into my homemade flaxseed setting lotion. I start with bringing 1 cup of water to boil, and for the first time I was using previously used flax seeds. Like I said, I've never done that before, but I know you can reuse them, so I was trying it. So I used about 3 teaspoons of the previously used flaxseed gels, added those to 1 cup of boiling water, and let that work for a while. Um, and I usually like to use just the 1 cup of water because for this I was just planning to do a small batch because I don't like it to go to waste. Now I add a few essential oils, which you'll see a little bit later, which add to the shelf life of my gel, but um, I've usually tried not to keep it more than 2 weeks in the refrigerator. All right. So as you see, as it continues to work, you see the white mucilage that's going to the top, which is what typically happens when you're making gel. However, this is about 3 or 4 minutes in, and by this point, my gel is usually quite a bit thicker. So this is where I started to see that it was going to be a little different. So once it's come to a boil, after about 4 to 5 minutes, I pour the mixture off into a strainer, and then using my spatula, I move the seeds around inside the strainer to get as much as the mucilage out as I can. Now, usually at this point, what's coming out is almost a glue-like, not really glue-like, but more of a, for lack of a better word, snotty, slimy solution, still very thin. And then I like to add a couple teaspoons of grapeseed oil, and 1 teaspoon of agave nectar. I use the agave nectar as, well, to provide additional hold. So as I was saying, at this point it's starting to cool from the boiling temperature, so it's usually a bit thicker and reaching that slimy consistency, and that's still not what I'm getting. As you can see, I'm lifting the whisk up just to see if it's starting to thicken up a bit. Nope, still not thick, but when touched, you still have there is a mucilage there. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe reuse these. Maybe it has to be a little bit cooler before it thickens up. So I continue to work adding in my additional ingredients. All right, and now I'm adding in 3 drops of my rosemary essential oil and 3 drops of my peppermint essential oil. And as I mentioned earlier, while these oils have their own wonderful properties for your scalp and for your hair, they also add to the shelf life of your products. Again, I am still in a little bit of denial. Still ain't picking it up like I wanted it to, but we're going to keep working. Now, for additional moisture, I actually like to add a half a cup of aloe vera juice. This is completely optional. It's not something you have to do for the solution to work. So a few minutes have gone by now, and it still hasn't thickened up. It's still a very liquidy solution, almost like a lot of body, but slightly thicker. So what I ended up with was my setting lotion. And this is the Flexi Rod set I did on my twist using that setting lotion. And it actually held up for actually 2 days. So I'm actually pretty pleased with it. Thanks for watching.